Ever since man stepped foot on Earth, he has been satisfying his most basic need, the need to feed. And hunting has always been the most preferred way to satisfy this need. And fishing remains the most basic and preferred form of hunting. But over the years, the art of fishing has evolved, so much so that today it stands as a multi-million-dollar industry. Not just commercial fishing, but also game fishing. And with such beautiful shores and a rich coastal line, the sport is gaining popularity in the country. The Arabian Sea boasts a vast variety of fish, especially game fish, which makes it a fishing paradise for the sport fisherman. Someone who has spent a major portion of his life circling the Arabian Sea and is considered the pioneer of sport fishing in Pakistan is Sayyid Aziz Agha.
You see, nature has blessed us in such a manner that hardly anywhere in the world, we have got warm tropical waters. Hardly anywhere in the world you'll find such a big variety of marine life. I have fished in South America, I've fished in Panama, Mauritius, I've fished in Key West, Florida. I feel our game fish can compare with anywhere else in the world. The variety of game fish combined together, I don't think any single coastline in the world can boast the variety of game fish that we have right here on the Karachi coast. I mean, it's unbelievable. 3 kinds of marlin, so many kinds of shark, and we've got them all. We've got mackerel, we've got cobia, we've got queenfish, we've got amberjack, we've got mahi-mahi. We've got it all. We've got the barracuda.
Over the years, many anglers have treaded the path shown by Aziz Agha in a quest to sate their desire of exploring what nature has to offer. One of them is the winner of 2009 Sport Fishing Gala, Ali Anjarwala.
Inshore, you can catch the snappers, the red snappers, the groupers, the breams, the emperor, the sardines, the threadfin. It's called chin. The other fish are pampino, the southern pampino, this is called sunab, the ramas. Sure, you get tunas, you get dorados. You can catch dorados inshore as well. You can get the mackerel, the king mackerel, right? The cobias, the kawas, the yellowfin. Then you catch the bubble lip snappers and a huge variety of fish.
So, with such a rich array of fish, it makes it possible for the sport fishermen to engage themselves either in inshore or offshore fishing. But before indulging into the intricacies of inshore or deep sea fishing, let's first talk about the equipment used.
For the sport fishing, we use the rod, the reel. That's the main basic equipment which you use. Then the things attached to it are the line, the lines which you use, the leaders, the rapalas, the plastic lures, the artificial lures.
The task is not as simple as stated, as there are some details involved. The choice of rod and reel depends upon the weight of the target fish. For example, for inshore fishing where the weight of target fish can vary from anywhere between 10 to 30 kgs, the rod and reel must be equipped to handle the force applied by the fish and the angler.
The line has a weight connected to it. That is, if there is a line, it can be a 20-pound line, a 30-pound line. That means that line can withhold the weight, a force of a 20-pound. For example, if you use a 20-pound line, that means that line can withhold the weight, can stand the weight of a 20-pound force applied by an angler and the fish. You see, if the combined weight exceeds more than 20 pounds, there's a high probability that the line might break.
But as for deep sea fishing, where the target fish are the likes of tuna, marlin and cobia, the rod and reel are chosen in order to withhold the weight of the fish. Also to be kept in mind for deep sea fishing is the length of the reel, as while crawling in deep sea, the length of the reel should be sufficient enough to be able to play around with the prey.
Offshore, when you go offshore fishing, for example, for a marlin or a tuna, then you may need a bigger line, a thicker line. That means you may go to a 20-pound line, to a 80-pound line or a 100-pound line, depending upon again, depending on the fish you're targeting. It mainly depends on the what fish you're targeting. For example, if you go, bottom fishing with a 100-pound line and you're catching a very small fish, there may be, the fish won't bite. I mean, and if fish bites, you won't feel a bite because the line is so thick and it's so heavy that there is no action on the line.
The equipment is easily available in Karachi, and the price for a decent rod can be in the range of 3 to 5,000, with the high-end rods available from around 16 to 20,000, while the price for a reel can vary from anywhere between 2 to 10,000 rupees. Apart from the rod and reel, another important item needed is a bait. The bait can be classified into 3 kinds: a live bait, a rapala, or a spoon.
Can be differentiated into three categories. One can be the live bait. The live bait is you use a prawns or a squid, or a thread fin. And in trawling, we use the artificial lure that is called manufactured by different companies, for rapalas, the Storm, the Men's.
With the equipment in place, it is the choice of the fisherman to either go for inshore or offshore, trawling or bottom fishing. But before getting onto the boat, there is one more thing that needs to be in place, and that is the security and precautionary measures, as going deep sea fishing involves great amounts of risk, and without the proper safety measurements in place, a nice day out in the sea can turn out into a fatal disaster. So what are the basic security measures?
You should have a life jacket for each person on the boat all the time. Secondly, the water shouldn't be very rough. The boat you are using, you should make sure that that's also in a good condition.
So, with everything in place, let's go fishing, but right after this short break.
Hey, there you go.